Guys, these coins right now, well, we're in a bit of a dip, a bit of a dump. These are such juicy buys. And so in this video, I'm just going to get straight to it and share with you all the things I'm seeing in the really big brain private groups. These coins right here, in my opinion, it's just such juicy, easy buys if we do not go bear. If we go bear, all this is off the table. But while we are in this bull trend, let's talk about it. So look, 2 videos ago, I said there'd be a dump. There was a dump. I said there'd be another dump last video. There was a second dump. And at this point in time, I think we're going to go a little bit lower. Probably 38 to 42K unless we go bear. Okay, the bear is just on the table. We could be in the denial phase of the market, which is if you look at every big blow off top in history, every big boom, it goes up, then it goes down, then it recovers like 75, 80%, and then it goes to bear. We're in that exact type of phase right now. So I want to remind everyone before I talk about this, that bear market is on the table. And by the way, guys, I'm not going to be really jokey today because this is semi-urgent. And I'm not mentally prepared to tell you the jokes. I know you come here for this. I know you guys are very impressed by my Orange Eater titles. I know you would prefer to watch me flex and show my six-pack in these videos. But we have business to get to, guys. So let's talk about that. And just like always, guys, I'm going to remind you, I talk about all the things I talk about a lot sooner on Twitter. I also give all the inside tips on the coins I'm investing in early through little hints. For example, I told you guys about Altura through this little hint right here. Few people got it. Few people got it early. You got a clean 5x on one of the best gems in crypto gaming in a week. You should follow me on Twitter at ZSS Becker. It's a cool place. All right, so let's talk about these coins. Okay, guys, so quick little market review. So we saw this dump right here, and then we're going to look at the Bitcoin charts right here. I don't invest in Bitcoin. For people that are new to the channel, I don't play in this coin. I actually like to make gains in crypto, but you can use Bitcoin to see what the rest of the market is doing. It controls it in a macro sense for the time being. There's going to be a day very soon here where Bitcoin is irrelevant to the gains in crypto. It's not today though. That being said, we saw this big heinous dump right here, and then we saw another dump yesterday. I don't think this is the actual dump, okay? It's nice for me to say it called the second dump, but if I'm being honest with you, I don't think this is the second dump. I think we're going to go and hit 38K to 42K. If we don't, that's completely fine. And frankly, the prices that we're at right now are good. The prices we were at yesterday, great. And if we hold off to buy right now, we're probably only going to miss a good 30% gain. So it's not going to be the end of the world if we start dollar cost averaging in the stuff right now. Me personally, I'm a degenerate piece. So I'm going to gamble and wait for this big dump right here. But I'm going to leave it up to you and probably say you don't have to time the second dump that I think is coming perfectly. You could even start DCAing right now if you want to be a reasonable, non-degenerate piece of shit. Now, let's talk about what we're seeing in the market right now. So in my opinion, there's some really odd things happening in the smart contract ecosystem. It's September 11th right now, kind of a little bit morbid. Tomorrow, everyone in Cardano is either going to see maybe a pretty decent gain, or they're going to lose all their money. I frankly don't want to touch Cardano right now with a 10-foot pole. That also being said, Ethereum is in a really bad spot right now because Ethereum with this NFT wave, it's been invalidated. Ethereum actually literally doesn't work. For a year, I've been screaming about this, and I think Ethereum is still going to go to 10K because the market isn't based on reality. But with this NFT boom right here, we literally watched Ethereum be proven as a technology that is not going to be the market leader. Again, I'm sorry if this triggers you, but nobody can use Ethereum unless they're super rich. The masses cannot get in. It cannot be mass adopted. In order to run Ethereum, when it's in its NFT boom right now, which is a very small amount of the population using it, micro-sized, we're seeing transactions to send crypto at $100 to $200. We're seeing chronic failed transactions. We're seeing chronic pending transactions. It doesn't work as a means of transaction due to its speed. It doesn't work as a means of transaction due to the gas fees. And it's not even at mass adoption right now. It's a little tiny adoption. This completely invalidates it for NFTs for the mass market. The masses can never buy NFTs on Ethereum, period. It's unaffordable. If you make $100,000 a year, it is literally unaffordable. You're going to be spending at least, it costs at least $10,000 a year to do any type of consistent action on Ethereum. If you're doing 30 transactions a month at $50 to $100 transactions, and that's at the low prices, no one can afford to use it. Then the transaction processing is extremely slow and constantly locks up and breaks. This completely invalidates it for gaming. It actually literally can't be used for gaming. It is going to lose at the NFT mass market. It is going to lose the gaming market. Those are the two most important mass adoption markets right now in crypto. Therefore, Ethereum is literally a dead man walking, or at least terrible gains in my opinion. A 3x for sitting on top of this time bomb is not a good ROI for me. So where does this put the market right now of Cardano and Ethereum in these kind of weird spots? Because I didn't just make this explanation right here to sandbag Ethereum and Cardano. We have to understand, what are people going to do with this understanding? They're going to move the money somewhere else. And the market narrative is going to change. We've already seen this with Solana. You could have picked this up for 20 bucks. And I was talking about Solana before and during the bear market that we just experienced. You got to pick this up for like 20 bucks. You'd be at a near 10x at this point right here. Why is Solana pumping? Because Solana works. I'm sorry, it works. Cardano theoretically is going to work. That's priced in. I'm sorry that if you think that the thing is going to go to a $200 billion market cap right away, it's not going to happen. This price right here is the price that people are expecting when smart contracts are in. Solana fixes all the problems of Ethereum right now, and it works. That being said, Solana's a bit of a mess, and it's already super duper pumped. Where can we make the big giant gains at? So, in my opinion right here, there's a few places you want to be looking. Polkadot is obvious because Polkadot, it hasn't pumped yet. And if you look at the reality behind Polkadot and what's going on behind it, it is a very, very, very solid long-term solution to the problems that are to the problems I just talked about right here. And there's a few coins underneath Polkadot that if we, again, stay in a bull market and the narrative keeps pushing forward, they're going to hit very hard. But what I'm really looking at right now are the places where the massive gains are going to happen in the ecosystems underneath them. So, as you guys know, I mostly invest in gaming tokens. I'm not really going too heavy on any of these. I'm just sharing with you the information I see in all the big brain groups. All the private groups where all the top investors are in, this is what they're thinking, this is what they're looking at. And what I'm looking at right now, more importantly, is going to be the smart contract system that games are played on. I don't think it's going to be Solana, unless Solana makes some fixes. Solana's still a little bit messy. I think it's probably going to be something down here. Though Solana could do it. But we're going to really see some smart contract systems that are adopted by gaming absolutely explode. So the ones I'm looking at right now especially are going to be AVAX and the ecosystems underneath it. AVAX is fast. It solves a lot of problems. And it hasn't hit its big giant pump yet. I could easily see this going and doing something similar to Solana. But if we go down a bit deeper, the ones I'm really looking at right here are Phantom. Because again, this is at a $3 billion market cap. What people are going to do after they've made all this money in Solana is they're going to look at what's going to happen next. I think the places they're going to look at are AVAX, and I think the places they're going to look at are Phantom. And we're starting to see this in Harmony One right here. Harmony One is an extremely, extremely fast smart contract system. This could also see a massive pump as well, and I think a lot of people are sleeping on Harmony One right now. And then finally, if we go way, way, way down, I think Mover is a big, big long-term play. Or Moon River is a really good, solid play. Now, one thing we also have to look at super quickly is Polygon. Because a lot of crypto gaming is going to be happening on Polygon. I don't think Polygon is good for crypto gaming, but it's being used on so many games. Frankly, Polygon is slow. It doesn't work for gaming. I don't think games should be built on it. But I'm watching this very, very closely because it does make improvements. Everything's already on Polygon. So those are the handful of smart contract coins that I'm looking at. And in my opinion, all the big brains are looking at AVAX right now. But I'm a degenerate piece of shit. You know this. So what I'm going to be looking at is the Phantom, the Moon Rivers, and the Harmony Ones. That's where I think we can make the 5-10x gains here as this bull run continues quite easily. As opposed to the 3x maybe gain that Ethereum's going to get, but if it loses the NFT and gaming market share, which it's going to, it's not. This isn't like some theory. This isn't some hypothetical situation. It is going to lose the NFT mass market and gaming. It doesn't function. It literally can't do it. Trying to do gaming or mass NFTs on Ethereum is like trying to use a truck, a nice giant 4-wheel drive truck, to cook bacon. You don't cook bacon with a truck. That's the same thing with Ethereum and gaming and mass NFTs. It doesn't work. It doesn't cook bacon. So if you're telling me that people are going to do mass market NFTs or gaming on Ethereum, dude, stop it. And Cardano, I see the smart contracts on here already priced in. Gaming and mass NFTs could happen on Cardano. It could, but I'm not touching this thing with a 10-foot pole right now. I might touch the ecosystems under Cardano, but I'm not touching it with a 10-foot pole. Because if the smart contracts tomorrow are average or don't come out, this is going to be a disaster. For the nice 2 to 3, maybe 4x we're going to see out of Cardano, that's not worth the risk to reward to me. Solana's fantastic, but we're going to have all these people that are in massive profit from Cardano and Solana, and they're going to be looking to put their money somewhere else. As far as other coins that I'm really throwing a lot of money into in this dip, I'm going super hard on D-Race because the horses are coming out at the end of this month, and that's going to cause a massive pump to it. That's going to cause a massive pump in D-Race, and especially as the product releases, that's going to be huge, and it's at a really good price right now. I'm buying a massive bag of Chain Guardians because it's down. All their tokens just released, and this is going to allow me to get into a ton of launches coming out on Chain Guardians. For example, the NetVark launch, if you got land on that, you're going to do very well. And then other than that, there's a few coins that are small that I'm getting into or have gotten into, but I'm not going to mention in this video because it will pump them. And their market caps are just way too low. But all the coins that I've talked about on Twitter, all the coins that you guys know I'm in, I really haven't added too many coins to those, and I'm still holding all those because crypto gaming is coming. It doesn't matter what the rest of the market does. But as far as DeFi goes, that's what I'm looking at right now. That's what I think is going on. I think that's how you should be thinking. That's what all the big brain groups are talking about. I don't have any more to say. Follow me at ZSS Becker if you want to see stuff way earlier and you want to see the actual smaller coins and hints that I'm investing in. And I don't have anything more to say.